I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Happy Friday and welcome to the Total Apex Media Bets and Fantasy Show for today's NBA action. With me, I have Matt Brown. Matt, what is going on, man?
I'm returning for a second straight day here.
I know.
Good night of NBA action last night. It was really good games. So excited
Yeah,
that
they
you
were.
turned around for Friday night as well.
Well, we took some L's. We took some L's. We made some calls that actually panned out.
Yeah, I mean, we were on a couple things, and even some of the things that we weren't, like, the Trailblazers and the Lakers. We had said, hey, this was the big upset pick. I mean, it was a low scoring kind of rock fight, and that's what you always hate is like, oh, this could be an upset pick, and then it's like 120 to 74.
I did get one of the games right that I was sort of gone against, because of what the Grizzlies bring. But I told people that, you better watch the Pacers. You better watch them at home. And it's exactly what we saw. We saw Indiana get the job done at home against a very, very good Memphis team.
Miles Turner was fabulous.
I called him too.
Yeah,
I called him
really
too.
good in that game. Really, outside the first quarter. The first quarter, Memphis dominated, and from there, Memphis made a little bit of a run in the late third, early fourth, but the Pacers just kind of overwhelmed them.
Yeah, but let's get into this slobber knocker of a lineup tonight because we got some heavy hitting games. We're going to start off right now with a couple Eastern Conference contenders.
It was a good game.
You got the Knicks. It is the Knicks headed over in the Buckeye State to battle the Eastern Conference leading Cleveland Cavs. The Cavs are coming off of a win last night, as is the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns had an absolute monster of a game for New York last night. Where do you see this one going in this?
This is
Matt?
tough because really both teams kind of came out of the gate not looking so great. Like, I mean, the Knicks struggled with the Bulls. That game went to overtime. The Cavs for about, midway through the third quarter, we're looking like, ooh, okay. And then they blew the doors off of them in a quarter and a half. I took them at halftime. The Cavs were like down by 4, and I took the Cavs at -6.5 live bet. And that easily hit. But I think that Karl Anthony Towns does not have as good of a game tonight. I think that the Jared Allen, Evan Mobley kind of combination is going to make it more difficult for Towns, especially defensively, because while Towns is really, really great on the offensive end and grabbing boards, defensively, not so much. I think the guards of Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, again, overwhelm your Jalen Brunson. Again, Knicks played an extra 5 minutes last night trying to take down the Bulls. I give the Cavs the edge to this one, but this is a good matchup. This is a really good match. It's interesting that the Cavs are so heavily favored, whereas Knicks are third in the East right now, and they're this heavily favored.
And I don't even know about this is one of those games that I would really steer clear of naturally, because if I had to take a pick, I don't see Cleveland covering the spread in this one. The spread
it's high.
Is Cleveland -8.5 against a very, very good, healthier Knicks team. And that is, I I know it's on the road, but I don't know. If you held a gun to my head right now and said, pick one, I think I'd have to take Knicks +8.5.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm right there with you. Anytime you start creeping up in the double digits, because I know last night we saw this where I think it closed with Denver and Charlotte was like ±18. And it gets to a point where it's like, man, you'd like to think that they can keep it within 18 points, and they did. There were a lot of big spreads last night that
I mean,
covered.
yes. And when you talk about that Hornets team, I mean, hats off to Miles Bridges, who led the entire DFS slate with almost 75 points.
He had a really efficient game, and that helped.
Yes, he
really,
did.
really good game.
36 points. He had, what else did he have? He had 3 steals. He had 5 3-pointers made. I mean, he was just everywhere. I mean, it was just a standout performance, especially against a tough Nuggets team. You know what I mean? So, but on to another one that I think this one's going to be a little easier to pick. Let's be real. I tried to tell people last night and I got laughed out of the building.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we didn't realize that Giannis and Dame both were playing.
But I did call my shot. I said, if Giannis and Dame are out, Clippers will win. If Giannis and Dame are in, the Bucks will win. And I hit that dead on the head.
Well, the player that impressed me last night, I watched the fourth quarter of that game. Kyle Kuzma's defense in the fourth quarter. If he's given that kind of effort, this Bucks team is going to be a tough out.
Yes.
I guess here's the only argument you can make for this one is Bucks are on the second out of a back-to-back. Giannis is obviously still kind of banged up, so they probably don't put him full throttle against the Wizards. It's on the road. Jordan Poole has like the one Jordan Poole game where he hits like 10 threes and like goes unconscious and channels the next great 3-point shooter. And but the spread here is only 6, and man, probably just saying Bucks. That looks good to me.
Was the game last night in LA or was it in Milwaukee?
No, it was in Milwaukee. And so
okay, I was getting ready to say, because I was getting ready to say, because that plays a big part. That's jet lag, traveling coast to coast like that. But no, I think I'm with you on this. I think that if I just don't see a way where the Wizards are going to be able to keep pace in this. They just, even the backup players for Milwaukee are better than the Wizards. So I think I'm rolling with the Bucks in this one outright. At minus 230, you throw that into, I mean, at minus 230, there's no need to try to play the spread.
Yeah.
Especially if you run 2 or 3, there. It really is. Man, we're moving along here. The Grizzlies minus 162 at the Magic. I am all over the Grizzlies tonight.
Can I tell you, I have an ode to the Orlando Magic. I need to tell you my journey yesterday. So I on this show said Magic and Hawks under 223. It was trending not to hit the entire night. And then the fourth quarter happened and they were throwing up bricks. Shout out to Franz Wagner, KCP, and Trae Young. So let me just paint this picture at the end of the game for those of you that did not watch it. This is like all within the final minute as it like is hanging out within like 10 points. Wagner misses a free throw, 1 out of 2. KCP misses a free throw, 1 out of 2 that would have put it at 223. So I would have missed had he hit this free throw. And then Trae Young bricks 2 threes to end the game, and the under hits at 222.
You want to talk about the skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday we did have John Morant, and John Morant put up a dud.
He looked awful in the first quarter.
He looked awful. I mean, he just wasn't the first quarter. He couldn't get anything going, really. I mean, I think he finished the game with only 16 fantasy points.
Yeah,
and we paid almost $9,000 for him. I'm like, that is bad value. Needless to say, our lineup did not do good. But on the other side of things, our partner in crime yesterday, Lawson, he did make a strong call on Cole Anthony, and Cole Anthony did ball out. So now you've got a team that's coming off of a loss against the Pacers, and both teams played last night. So I'm not worried about fatigue because it's going to be both teams fatigued. I like the Grizzlies money line in this just because there hasn't been too many stretches this year where the Grizzlies have dropped 2 in a row.
It's a good bounce back opportunity as well. The thing, and this was last night with Orlando, where their offense just stalls at times. And if your offense stalls for 5 minutes against the Grizzlies, you can be down by 25. And again, with how deep the Grizzlies are, the fresh legs thing isn't as big of a deal. And you'd also like to think that Ja doesn't put up as much of a stinker. Like even Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't play all that well, to be honest with you. So I'm like, if those bounce back games from them, I can see the case for like an Orlando upset pick. I'm riding with the Grizzlies here.
I think I got to. I mean, yesterday, Paolo Banchero did lead, was third on the slate with points. He dropped 36 along with Miles Bridges. Cole Anthony was tied for third out of all the players that played last night. First 3 steals. Ja Morant had 5 turnovers, which was third most.
That was the killer. And like 3 of them came in the first quarter. It was awful. Like the first half, he had like 2 points and 1 assist and 3 turnovers. It was horrible.
But you know, this is what we live for, because now we get to deal and teach people, Matt, the stud off of the dud narratives. Can't wait to build a lineup here later. So, but yeah, are you with me on the Grizzlies bounce back here?
I think that I know Orlando's defense is really, really good. You got to be able to score the basketball.
You got to. Into a game that this is a turd in a punch bowl. There's no easy way. I mean, like no Jimmy Butler. I mean, we all know he went from
thriving in Golden State.
He is like, he's wow. And then you got the Raptors team who's beat up. I mean, this is literally one of those games where you just throw a dart and go where the dart lands, because it's too hard.
Yeah, this is my plus money. You know, like if you're looking for plus money, this is a great money line here. Even like, I don't hate the spread. Like, I mean, anytime you're in like the -3 +3, it's like you might like, if the money line's okay, the money line is probably what you want to bet. Plus 124. You know, Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, you know, Emmanuel Quickly, like these are good players. Whereas, and you're just kind of hoping that they can contain Bam Adebayo. Bam would be the player I'd be most concerned about if I was the Raptors. I know Pirtle's still out. But you know, you kind of hope for a big game with Scotty Barnes. And if you're looking for kind of a plus money situation here, I think I'll ride with the Raptors. I'm gonna ride with the Raptors on this one. I think they pull off the slight upset.
I think I got to go with you on it, man. I think that it's gonna be the 3-legger too with that plus money.
Yeah,
I just do. I got that risk it for the biscuit kind of moment here at home, and you know Toronto is a very hostile place to play.
Well, so, and yeah, it's. I think it's a really the Heat just don't have as much juice as that. They're a well coached team. Tyler Hero is really good. Just I can't go chalk the whole way.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I got another plus money for you here, because you better bet your sweet patootie.
Nope.
That I am taking De'Aaron Fox to lead the Spurs to another win tonight.
I think you miscalculate how tough the Pistons defense is. I am.
De'Aaron Fox was a beast last night.
I understand he was a beast last night. That was against the Phoenix Suns.
That's KD and Devin Booker. What else can I say?
Yeah, KD and Devin Booker are not the defensive forces that.
Convince me then. Why the Pistons?
Why the Pistons? The Pistons have been one of the good stories of this NBA season. Cade Cunningham has taken the leap. You know, he's one that triple doubles, double doubles. He's leading that offense, improved his shooting. But then the other thing that the Pistons have is some really great perimeter defenders. Asar Thompson has had a bounce back year after injuries last year.
Asar Thompson.
Yep.
I love Asar Thompson.
You've got Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr. Tobias Harris has quietly been really good for the Pistons. And I mean, no worse than he was for the 76ers. And you've got rim protection with Isaiah Stewart, with Jalen Duren. You can throw, and they've even been playing rookie Ron Holland. You have a lot of bodies that you can throw at De'Aaron Fox. And guess what? Those bodies are going to be fresh because the Pistons did not play last night, whereas the Spurs did.
You flipped me. You flipped me.
Pistons,
you
baby.
Flipped me. You flipped me. You flipped me. Let's not. I mean, but are you just taking money line?
Yeah, I mean at -180, money line is the way to go there.
Yeah. All right, man. We're kind of cruising here because I want to spend some time on a fantasy lineup. Another one. This one. Oh my God. What is the spread on this? I want to see it. 5.5. Dude, if Kyrie comes out and balls, this is going to be a blowout. The Pelicans have been bad.
Yeah. I mean, I think the interesting thing here, though, is that Vegas, it's not like the Mavericks are, plus minus 10 and the money line is all over the place. Like this money line states to me that they think this is going to be a closer matchup. Part of it is Dallas's injuries. Pretty much every center is out. I know PJ Washington is questionable as of right now. We'll see if he plays or not. I mean, Kyrie can ball out, but Trey Murphy has looked good. CJ McCollum can still fill it up. I think this game is closer than you think. Definitely not picking the Pelicans, but I think this game is closer than you might think it is.
I mean, you could save a little bit on if you went with the spread, you would get better odds. And I'm comfortable at a -5.5.
Yeah.
That's what it's at right now at -112.
Yeah.
So I think I'm comfortable.
6. I think that's
I'm
safe.
comfortable with that. I think, especially at home in Dallas. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. But you know what I'm not comfortable with? What is this?
Okay. So are you okay. I need you to break that down for me. What is this is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm taking this. What's your gut?
I'm taking the Thunder -19.5. This is a 20-point victory all day. I mean, you're not going to make any money at -1,200, but you want skin in the game. The opening line is at -15.5. Why not add 4 points to it and get even better odds that would put you into the plus side of the money?
Especially considering, as of this moment, the Oklahoma City Thunder have the highest point differential in NBA history. Like, this is higher than the 1971-72 Lakers, the 70-71 Bucks, the 95-96 Bulls, the 16-17 Warriors, last year's Celtics. They are shattering, absolutely shattering the point differential. And these spreads have been high all year, and they're covering them.
I don't know. This is a legit animal in the West, dude. Like, I don't think people fully understand. Like, I don't see them losing anything.
It's just, I mean, I double-digit spreads always kind of make me wary, but the Thunder just have been blowing teams out. And I mean, I get it. It's in Utah. Like, if that's the argument you want to try to make to take, you could convince me to take the Jazz plus 15.5. They've been playing okay. It's in Utah. There's some post All-Star break rust. We saw that yesterday with some of the good teams. But I know Brandon Ellis, just shout out to you. I could if you told me that you bet the Thunder at plus 21.5, I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, I'm not going and for any other team, you are nuts. For any other team in the NBA, if you would have told me yesterday Denver against Charlotte, where I'm taking Denver 21.5, I would have been like, what are you doing? I'm cool with it. Like,
can I ask you a question?
Blowing stuff out. Yeah, go for it.
Let me ask you a question. We have watched basketball for what? I know me, over 25, 30 years. Okay. I'm all the way back into the 90s. Okay. Or early 90s. Is this 2025 OKC team the most complete, dominant team that we have seen in the past 5-10 years?
It's pretty dominating. Like, they just overwhelm opponents. And remember, they did most of this without Chet Holmgren.
That's a beast that's coming back as well. Like, and he already is back, but I think that they have that ability though to nurse him back and not have to make him play 30 minutes a game, because they've got Edie and they've got Triple J and they've got other pieces that can float in and out. You're talking about
Memphis. Like, no, they
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hartenstein.
Yeah, Hartenstein.
Jalen Williams is a big body. Yeah. Like they just and here's the crazy thing. Now they didn't use it at the deadline, but the amount of draft picks they still have, like they've done all
ridiculous
this without giving up any draft picks. Like basically any player that they want that comes on the board, they can just be like, here's like 10 first rounders, and they'll still have like 6 left.
Yeah. Yeah. On to a little bit more of a complicated game. This is a tough one because my heart is saying Ant. My heart is saying Ant. Ant all day. Is he active tonight? I want to make sure. But if he is
questionable, but he is. I think he's active.
Yeah, I think he is active, and if he is, then that could be easily a plus money pick there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that the Rockets have been playing well.
This is a tough one. This is a really,
this is
a tough one. I'm gonna have to.
This is probably one of the better games of the night. I think the Knicks and the Cavs are a good one. I think that, and this one comes in a hot second.
Is Gobert? I know Gobert was questionable. Let me see here.
Let me look up the.
Okay, it says day to day with a back injury. So
Zeller is out personal for tonight. Eson is day to day with his leg since the 12th of February, and then Fred VanVleet is also day to day with an ankle. And then on the other side, Conley, Gobert are both day to day. And then, of course, we know that Dante DiVincenzo is out and Julius Randle will be out.
Yeah, the Julius Randle being out, I don't mind as much. However, with Fred VanVleet being out, Şengün is probably getting a lot more of the work, especially if Gobert is out. You're putting an undersized Naz Reid on Şengün, but even if Gobert is in, Şengün can pull away from the basket, making Gobert less effective. I'm probably leaning Rockets here. Again, if you want the juice for the money, saying, hey, I think Ant's going to take over. The Rockets come out a little bit flat. They haven't been playing great over the past couple of weeks, but again, if you're forcing me to do a pick, the Rockets are just a fun team to watch. Like this is one of those games that I go, I want to watch this game because this game's going to be fun to watch. The young teams, I know Jabari Smith Jr. is back. You've got Amen Thompson, who's been a great story. This is a great Western Conference matchup, and one that the Timberwolves desperately need to kind of prove that they can beat some of these bigger teams in the West.
I think you're right. And I think that here would be my advice. If Gobert is in, I think the safe play is Wolves. Sorry about that.
You're totally fine. It's that time of year.
I think Wolves plus 136 is the play if Gobert's in. If he's out, I don't think Ant can get it done by himself, especially going into H-Town where they're going to be a rowdy, raucous crowd. I would take Rockets. And it's just Rudy Gobert brings a whole different defensive scheme to the court when he's on there. You know, he's very, very good defensively.
Yeah, I think still even there, Şengün can kind of pull him away from the basket, and that makes him less effective. But there's some really nice plus money like upset picks that are like, again, you can pick and be feel pretty safe about.
Into the last game of the night, and then we're going to build a couple lineups. I said a couple.
Ooh, so we can have a couple chances at the pie.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't want to hear nobody say nothing. I am rolling with the Kings on the money line at home. Bottom line.
I mean, the Warriors have looked really good since acquiring Jimmy Butler. Taking a home dog is really good. It's really good taking a home dog. And Zach LaVine has looked good for this team. Zach LaVine has looked really good.
DeMar DeRozan.
The Warriors have also had trouble with bigs. And so I think Domantas Sabonis is probably a good bet for a big game today. Again, especially at home. You know, I understand that the Warriors have gotten Jimmy Butler, and I think he's going to have a decent game. There's not much else on the Warriors that's really great, a lot to like.
Yeah. Yes. And I just think it's one of those games that at plus 110, it don't matter if they lose by 2 or 3. That is still a safe bet, because even if you lose it, it wasn't a dumb play. It was a smart play.
We talked about it yesterday. You just want to make the plays that don't make you look like an idiot.
Yes. Like if you take the Jazz money line.
If you take the Jazz money line, you are probably hoping, like you're putting, like you're hoping that the 1 in a million time it hits and you make a big payout. Not a great way to bet.
No, it's not. It's
a great way to lose money.
So, as we did yesterday, Matt, actually, before we do this, let's take a little bit of a station identification. Let these people that are watching know where they can find us. And we will be back in 27 seconds. All right. So yesterday, Matt, we built a lineup live on the air, and it did not do so well. We lost with Ja Morant.
Yeah, Ja Morant was the big one. And I have to say, like, that happens in DFS sometimes where,
it does. I mean, when a stud puts up a dud, it's always a bad day. And there were really, some players.
If you're spending that much, I apologize for interrupting you. If you're like key anchor player, the one that you spent $9,000-$10,000 on lays a dud, there's really not much you can do.
No, there's not. And at the end of the day, what are we doing today? Let's do the six gamer. We could put in I like to get in these single.
Yeah. Are we doing 2 lineups? We doing some 2 lineups here?
Yeah, we're gonna do 2 different lineups. Let's give them a little something to talk about. We'll go with the first one here. Let's go here. So Lillard is in fact out, for those that are wondering about the Bucks Wizard game. Lillard has been already ruled out.
That makes me more excited about players like Gary Trent Jr. Because I know he can shoot, but then also I had Brown and Tatum. We did have Tatum, which was very, very good. We also, in our bet where we were like, oh, should we take Jason Tatum plus or minus 14.5 rebounds and assists? And we're like, oh, maybe it'll hit. And he had like 21.
Mm. So here's what I'm thinking is for some reason I know that the
You're
center
thinking Ja Morant.
and no, I am not, sir. Very kindly, no. Actually, what I am thinking of is putting in, especially against Toronto. I think this is a Bam Adebayo game.
I'm in support of this. I think this is a great spot for Bam. Love Adebayo here.
Yeah.
Can we if we can get him in the power forward position, maybe here, well, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let's see where we need.
Yeah.
We can play with it later.
Yeah. Well, here, actually, I can just move him over. That ain't nothing. Right there. Why is it not doing it?
I think it just defaults to him as the center. Just,
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, we can play with it
He's
later,
there.
but we have that option. We have that option.
So now let's go with the point guard here. A part of me wants, sometimes in fantasy, Matt, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And yesterday, our compadre Lawson turned us on to Cole Anthony, and
let's ride him again.
I mean, at the price, he didn't go up. And yes, I know he's going against Memphis, but
that's great.
I'm okay with that. Like I am, but the question is, do we want him at the point guard or do we want him at a shooting guard?
What do you think? What do you think of? I gave a glowing report. What do you think about Cade Cunningham tonight as kind of a big anchor pick?
I think that's a very solid pick, especially against the Spurs. I think I'm okay with that pick. I think we've got a solid base right now.
And then now we can put in Cole Anthony at the shooting guard spot.
I'm okay with that. So we can do that.
And then I think one that's just above there that I like.
Where?
Max Christie, just below there. Max Christie has been getting starts and playing really, really well as of late. Let me go grab some stats for you here. Hang on. I'm not just going. Let the listeners know I'm not going just on vibes here. So Max Christie. The reason I know is because I've put him in. So you're looking at this is the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block. 23 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. 17 points, 5 rebounds. He is a small forward, shooting guard, small forward.
All right, so let's see.
I think that he's been getting some really great minutes for Dallas and been filling up the stat sheet.
That's right here. He is. I'm okay at 5,400 with that too. I really am.
All right, what are we looking at here? What we need some more kind of value options here. What do we?
Yeah,
you got. I've been kind of throwing out one. Who you got?
I'm getting ready to try to find a Val play here. Honest to God, I'm looking at Gary Trent Jr. with Dame out.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
I think that's a solid play at 4,500. When you're looking at that center position, man, I almost want to pay up for that to the 67 just because San Antonio really does not have a – I mean, don't get me wrong, they got Jeremy Sohan. But Jalen Duren, yes, and he is just an absolute tank. Jalen Duren is built cock diesel like roar. And I really like Duren. The thing you
worry about with Duren is he does have a habit of getting into foul trouble. And so you can kind of get burned if all of a sudden he gets into foul trouble. Now, with that said, you can argue that with any player of like,
they
could get
Wendell
into foul
Carter
trouble.
Jr. too.
Wendell Carter Jr. I kind of like that pick as well. I've been really high on the Magic lately. And Wendell Carter Jr., I mean, he had a great game last night. And for 4,300,
it's a hell of a matchup, though. It is one heck of a matchup. Yes, I mean, what do you think of that pick? Stephon Castle.
I like Castle as well. I mean, what if we go? I mean, I guess the only thing that you're worried about
here. See, now we're going up. So I'm okay with that. We need a guard and a utility.
So what do we got in the guards? Let's look at some guards here.
Guards.
Jordan Poole. And we got to stick around like the 6,100. So like even we can go a little bit
I'm
higher
not-
here.
Yeah, I know, but what I was hoping to be able to do is to put in, honest to God, I was looking at this Carrington for Washington because
Oh, yeah,
somebody's
Bub
going to have
Carrington?
to score. Yeah,
Bub Carrington's a great play. I love Bub Carrington.
no, it's Carlton Carrington.
Well, yeah, they call him Bub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I also like this Max Struess play.
He was horrible.
Don't ask me why, but with Miami's defense the way it's been lately, I love Grady Dick tonight. At home,
He's been playing better. He's
I
been
want to
playing
see
much
what
better.
he's done.
So
So if you look at it statistically, he's about due. 2020, he had an off night. I got a feeling this is a bounce back. I want to see what he did against Miami the last time.
It's a solid pick. I just think the
Oh, yes.
inconsistency. Oh yeah, let's ride it, man. At Miami last time he played, confidence. I'm in.
31 and a half.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. Now we got 7,800.
78. Ooh, that's a lot. So who's
I told you. Darius Garland.
Darius, what do you think about not Desmond Bain. Yeah, Darius Garland. I agree. That's the best player in my mind.
You could go with your Kuzma with Lillard out.
I think he looked good defensively. I don't think he's going to fill up the stat sheet here. Here's where, because I don't want to ride the Jordan Poole train. Sorry, there's sometimes
I don't.
You can convince me on all the numbers. I don't want to ride that train.
I mean, but
now he's going to go off for like 40 points and get a triple double tonight because I said that.
I do want to see that. I want to see the game log. I don't know, man. That is hard to pass up.
I mean, do we just go Jordan Poole and have the?
I swear to God, I'm like, I think. I mean, we're going to build another lineup.
Yeah,
I'm like, do we do Jordan Poole?
Let's have the Jordan Poole experience tonight
because you got to remember, Milwaukee defensively is horrible.
Yeah, they're not as good as what they were, and I mean, he'll definitely he's a sink or swim player, and so if last
time he played at Milwaukee, he put up 37.25 fantasy points.
Yeah, which wasn't his greatest, but still, yeah, we probably should just go with Jordan Poole. The volume is going to be there, and that's the other thing with DFS to always remember is like, okay, who's going to get the volume? Jordan Poole is going to get the volume. Like, let's be real.
I'm actually okay with this lineup. I think we've got some heavy hitters, and we got some sneaky picks. I mean, anytime you can get that Cade Cunningham in there, you're good. So we're going to run it. We're running it. And then what I'll do is I'm going to go on ahead and throw this in another. We're going to throw that in there too. Boom. Now.
Okay, we're cooking up one more, and then we're gonna, and these are gonna be much. Just ignore what we did yesterday, really. Like that's
yeah. Just ignore that one. That was the
Knicks were the big DFS winner last night. I mean, really, if anytime you have a DFS lineup that is centered around a certain player or anything like that, you are praying for overtime.
I put my foot down on that one.
You think I'm going to try to convince you to not put SGA in a lineup? Like, no, the guy who's the front runner for MVP and has all these stats that scores a bunch of points. Heavens, no.
Here is the other thing that I'm looking at. Now, tell me I'm crazy with that stack.
Nope. This is fantastic. I'm happy with this.
Now we've got to try to dig. Because we've already.
I give you a? I want to hear your honest opinion about this very, very, very deep cut that I'm sure is super cheap, and that is Big Stu Isaiah Stewart for the Pistons.
He is not in this slate. This is late night. This is why we're doing
late night.
The only games we have to choose are OKC, Minnesota, Houston, Golden State, and Sacramento.
You know, if I looked at things rather than just jumped in, that would have, helped me on this show. Okay, let's go with you see, this is where you want to target the rest of Oklahoma City Thunder because ideally it's a blowout. So Isaiah Joe, great spot. Do not like Kason Wallace. He is. I've been burned one too many times. Love Isaiah Joe gets minutes whether it's a blowout or not.
I like Lou Dort.
Lou Dort fills up the stat sheet. Like there's that's the nice thing about Lou Dort.
We'll run with Lou. I'm okay with that.
Okay, who are my other
I'm also digging that. I also like this Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield isn't bad. The only thing about Buddy Hield is that again he's a scorer, and so like for DFS, I don't always love like Nickeil Alexander-Walker is usually one of my favorite plays. Right above Buddy Hield. We should. Can we get Jimmy Butler in this?
Yes, we can. I bet. And I actually am digging this 5,500 Keegan Murray play.
Oh, throw up those stats.
Ooh,
Dylan
Brooks. Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks.
He's coming off of a dud too.
Yeah, it's tough because the game before the All-Star break is kind of hard to say. I don't, especially with Fred VanVleet out.
Yeah, but
I don't hate throwing him in there.
They just played this Minnesota team. 23.75.
1 block, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. For what? What are we paying? 4,900?
49. I think that's a draft. And then you got to get Jimmy in there. So that's
he's a little bit, he's another like pricey one. But I think he's just been, so yeah, now we're really going to scrape the bottom of the barrel.
You know what though? It's not that bad though, because like you said, we could save some money because sometimes in DFS you can punt. So like if you go with a utility, we could pick any. You can just go to the bottom and say, okay, got case how, because we were going to make points on the Jimmy Butler and this and this. I mean, you could go 3,900 and let's see what he's been doing lately. So he's 6'6". Oh, hold on. 6'15". So he's off of a dud. And these were actually in a close game, and this looks like it could be a blowout.
Yeah, I hear
25 right there. He just put up 25 against Utah less than a week. Well, it'd have been a month ago.
13-5. Yeah. I mean, this is what you're hoping for. Is you're hoping for garbage time where they just do Kason Wallace, and I mean. I'm okay with that. Like
I'm okay with that, but now I'm up to 4,250. You go into that guard position, we got to find somebody.
Alex Caruso. Great steals, blocks guy.
Let's throw him in there.
Yeah, Caruso's great. Okay, now we're looking for a forward here. So we got 4,400 and Moses Moody's been really great as of late. Whitmore's out because Jabari Smith Jr. is back. Sensabaugh has been getting some great minutes lately, though I know Markkanen and Walker Kessler have been taking him up. Scroll back up really fast. There was one name that I was looking at there. Moody or Moses Moody has been getting starts for the Golden State Warriors, and the Kings aren't exactly a defensive juggernaut. You're looking at mid 20s in points. I know he had that one stinker there, but I like this.
I do, and we still had 100, and we've got 3 studs.
Yeah, I mean, SGA, Butler, Sabonis anchoring our lineup. I don't hate that.
No. I mean, we are heavy on OKC. Heavy. We got 4 of them.
I mean, okay. If there's a team to be heavy on, like OKC is it.
I know.
Well, I guess, okay, so, but like if we're looking like, okay, what's a player? I mean, Keon Ellis would be a player. Like if you wanted to drop, like a Lou Dort and put in Keon Ellis, I think that might be
That would
he's-
give us a stack with Sabonis.
yeah, and Keon Ellis has been really solid for the Kings as of late as well, especially with Fox leaving. He's gotten more of a
He's coming off of a 27-point game too.
Yeah, he's been getting more minutes. So that puts us a little bit less Oklahoma City heavy. And honestly, Dort can be sink or swim as well. Yeah. He's coming off a big game.
I want to see if he's played right here. He put up 17 and a half against Golden State already once.
And again, I think that was before Fox got traded. So
yeah.
Now it's without De'Aaron Fox there, you've got more. I know Levine is there, but still, he's been putting up good minutes. So I think that's a good swap out.
I think this is good.
It's a great swap out until Lou Dort has the career triple-double game.
I hate that. I hate that.
Again, like this is
there it is. I'm done.
So great.
All
right.
Now let's find.
We are praying. We're praying for this.
We'll do that.
At least it can be better than yesterday.
And then what we'll do is we'll go on ahead and let me. Actually, I'm going to switch over here while I log in. All right.
You don't want to show the people the password here?
No, there ain't nothing on there anyway. I don't keep money on it. I guess
let me while you're doing that, I can talk about, since I didn't get to pick him. My Isaiah Stewart play has been a great power forward center that I've been playing. Again, anytime you're getting players that cheap is a little bit sink or swim, but he gets good minutes, blocks, rebounds, and he's usually like very, very, very cheap. And so you can kind of then put some higher studs in there and still kind of get that 3X without him really having to do much. I did put him in one time where he got ejected after 3 minutes, and that was painful, but it happens.
All right. Where are we doing here? All right. Before we start, 3 or 5.
So
we can do 2.
Here's the thing.
Because of the time, we can do 2 bets. Do you want to do a 3-leg and then a 5?
Let's do a 3 and a 5. Because here's the thing. Yesterday, we did a 3-legger, and then we added 2. The only thing we missed on our 5-legger was Memphis money line. Otherwise, we hit everything else. So let's do a 3-legger and then a 5-legger. Because had we just kept it at 3, we would have been fine.
All right. So what's the slam dunk of the night? I want to say that it's smash on OKC minus 15 and a half.
Yeah, let's if we lose,
do you want to get silly? Do you want to get silly with it and say
because we're building a parlay.
That's the difference.
I think we're building a parlay. We the odds go down with more, so let's keep it at the 15 and a half. What are there any Milwaukee minus 6, even like Milwaukee money line 230 is not that bad.
Yeah.
There's some really
but
good
with Lillard out, it'll be our luck that Jordan Poole goes out and drops 60
But
points.
then we want that because of our DFS line. So okay, then we shouldn't bet the Bucks because we don't want to be cheering for 2 different things. I think
that we agreed on the plus 8.5 for the Knicks, but I'm not too confident. I
think I'd rather.
What about the Kings? What about Kings money line?
We did like the Kings Rockets. What if we did for this one? What if we did let's this is going to be a really safe, I say safe. Nothing is safe in betting. What if we go Memphis money line? Because that's minus 148. I like those odds. And now we're already up to 219. And then I'll give you your choice. Let's go with if you want to put in Pistons or Bucks money line. I guess. Oh, sorry, we can't bet the Bucks because of Jordan Poole. But plus 397 is again, we're not talking ridiculous odds, but again, part of I think smart betting is kind of making sure that yes, you can place a ridiculous bet and with a potential payout of thousands upon thousands of dollars. And the betting places love to show off this bet this super ridiculous parlay and won $70,000. And we all think, yeah, I can do that too. whereas basically what we're doing here, we're making about 5 times our money here. So, all right. So now we want to build up a 5-legger. So what do you,
So-
where do you want to start?
I think that the first place I'm going is because I'm going to get a little freaky on this one.
Yeah.
I'm putting 2 in off of the bat. I am taking the Kings and the Raptors, both plus money. I'm already at 370. Get silly.
Okay. 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 So what do we think then about, what do we think about,
Do we want to go with all upsets and call the Knicks to beat the Cavs? I mean, Cat had a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
Brunson
Yeah.
is in.
I'm not loving that
Brunson
one.
is in.
Okay.
What about so we did the one with the Grizzlies. Maybe the Magic at home can find a way to win.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Paulo Banchero, you got
Franz Wagner defense. This is a very interesting matchup because it is a true like defense versus offense.
Cole Anthony's been playing good. Anthony Black's been playing good.
Let's do it. Let's do it. What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, it's only
didn't
money,
we just bet?
right?
Hang on. We're now betting against ourselves, or are we hedging? Because we already bet the Memphis money line on the other bet.
But it's on a different bet, so now
Okay,
I'm covered.
Great.
So, like, if one of those 2 teams got to win, so we're guaranteed to hit at least one in one of the bet slips.
I mean, are you good? Like, I know we said 5, but are you good with? I mean, plus 953 is pretty good odds.
I think I'm okay with this. I mean,
yeah,
I really am.
An all upsets pick. I'm in. I'm in.
I mean, you put $2 on it, you're getting 10x. Who can complain about that?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
All right. Well,
why not let it fly?
All right. So seeing as how that one went all wonky, here's what we will do. I will let you have some fun. 3-player props.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say give me Cade. I want a Cade Cunningham in here.
All right. Let's find right here. Oh my God. Points 27 plus. Or do you want points, assists, rebounds? What do you want?
Yeah, can we do a combo on that one? Actually, I don't mind. Well, no. Let's do a combo on that one. I like the player combos. Yeah, give me. Let's go down. Points, rebounds, assists. Give me it all. No, I don't want points. I want it all. I want it all.
All right.
Want it all. I want it. That's
45.
Plus 115.
I'm actually okay with 45 because he's been averaging.
I love it. Let's do it.
35 points. I'm okay with that. Mine. Watch me now.
Yes. Okay.
Put 5 of them in there, bro. Put 5 of them.
And then where is the okay, let's see. You know what? I actually like Şengün in this one as well. Like because I think this is a good matchup. Let's set it down to 30. Let's set it down to 30. We got just but yeah, what's that plus? Yeah, I like this.
Okay.
Any players you're feeling really good about? I mean, Shea is always a good bet.
I'll take him at a 40.
I love it. Let's get one more in there.
And then I'll let you have that last one. But I personally, I don't know why. Where's he at?
Yeah. You take this one. I mean, I know. Bam would be another one. I'd be okay with. Jordan Poole, if we want to really take a dip in the pool, let's ride or die.
Points. No, I already got him in fantasy. No, because if he costs me double, I will not be able to come back. Oh man, I like that Knicks pick now. OG is back. They got him on the sheet.
Is he actually
was
back
at-
though? Yeah, sometimes they
Yeah.
put him on the sheet before they
According to this, they usually don't put them on the bet sheet if they're not guaranteed active. That would be something to look into, though.
Brunson or Towns would probably be. I mean, Towns a little bit less than, but Brunson definitely I think would be a good.
I think Donovan Mitchell, 35
get Donovan Mitchell
points,
in there.
35 points, assists and rebounds.
Book it, love it.
And then I'll give you your Carl Anthony. I don't know about 43 coming off of that monster last night.
Don't do Towns. Don't do Towns because I think that the matchup is terrible there. I think this is a good five. This is a good fiver.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the ticket, and then we'll throw a $5 bill on it for 61 smackaronis, and there it is.
And now I'm gonna spend the evening going back to this video, going, "Wait, what did we pick?"
You guys got to understand that Matt is like a crackhead when he bets because he's like this. What the hell? What was it? Come on. But
not that bad.
Man, he is a nail biter. Like,
oh, it's my hair. I haven't played with my hair as much I catch myself on stream, but man, yeah, I'll do this until it's a wonder I still have any. I haven't pulled it all out.
Yeah. Well, Matt, another day, another show. We actually got to build 5 lineups today. I mean, we did 2 fantasy, 3 bets live in front of the people. Hopefully, when we come back on Monday, we have some cash to verify.
We don't have shame.
But here's the thing with some of these companies that do bets in fantasy, okay? They want to take the sure thing to pull down the bet. And that's really not what gamblers do. Gamblers look at lineups and say, okay, I have an opportunity here. Even at plus money, okay, it's a good lineup and it's a good matchup and it's a possibility. It goes back to what you said. If it ain't a dumb bet, then there's you're good.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose.
And also realize this is supposed to be fun. Like we're having fun here. Like, don't get me wrong, we want to make sure we're not just like being stupid about it, but we're having a good time and it's gonna be and hopefully we hit some stuff tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. But for Matt, for Dusty, for the entire Total Apex Media family, thank you guys for joining us on your Friday evening. Make sure you guys tune in Monday as we start it back up. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button as we will also be gearing up for March Madness. And let's not forget that spring training is already in effect.
Baseball
for
right around
the MLB. So make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, turn the notifications on, and make sure you tell all of your friends about Total Apex Media. But for right now, peace out.